League Watchalong on a Friday night. Does anything beat it? The answer is no. My name is Lockie, this is Coast Watch Football, and tonight we're watching Melbourne Victory, Macarthur FC, a top 6 clash and a game that should be very interesting to see how it pans out, because Macarthur FC have been looking like the real deal in recent weeks. Again, started the season very well. During that sort of the COVID break around January, they sort of slipped a little bit, some poor results. In recent weeks, they've been looking pretty good. And with the new formation, playing forward at the back, it seems to be working for them. And Melbourne Victory, their first game back for 2 weeks. Of course, they didn't play last week due to all the flooding situation that was going on in Queensland, unfortunately. And of course, thoughts going out to anyone who's been affected by the floods or anything. I've got a couple of friends up around the north coast of New South Wales, and it's just crazy seeing the pictures, and I mean, we've all seen it. But we are here to escape from all that and watch some football, man. And so glad you guys are here to join me for it, man. That's what it's all about. It's a community. It's a community of football-loving fans here in Australia. That's what it's all about. And we are just under 15 minutes away from kickoff, man. So going to be keeping you guys updated, of course, to all of the lineup news, which we're going to dive into. Let's dive into it right now, I'll tell you what, actually. So, home team. Let's talk about it. So you can see here, we've got Melbourne Victory with a pretty strong lineup when you look at some of the big names starting here for Victory. Calabria in goals starting once again. And then, maybe their strongest back four with Jason Guerrier, Brendan Hamill, Roderick Miranda, and Jason Davidson. Still no Matt Sporanovic involved at the moment, but Hamill's been really good in all the games he's played so far. Brillante and Broxham, so still no Ramashan, so another key player missing. But again, Broxham, a decent replacement in defensive midfield there as well. Jake Brimmer, of course, in that number 10 role, has been superb, has been involved in everything for Melbourne Victory, one of the best players in the A-League so far this season. And look at the two wingers. I'm really excited about this to see how these guys go playing today. Chris Economides, Marco Rojas. I don't think, I'm trying to rack my brain, I don't think we've seen a game with the two of them as starting. So no Ben Falami in the starting lineup tonight, which is interesting. But look, dude, I mean, the two fantastic players who on their day have proven themselves to be really, top quality A-League players. So keep an eye out for those two in the wide positions. And Nick D'Agostino starts through the middle in place of Francesco Margiotta. So that is a Victory lineup that absolutely could pick up 3 points in this game. But let's talk about Macarthur FC, who, again, a team who have sort of been chopping and changing in recent rounds. And with this lineup, what we're seeing is they're really sticking with some consistency now in terms of their lineup and who's playing where. There's even been players who have been sort of moving positions around, all around the place as well. White Division in the chat, is the game on 10? The game tonight is available exclusively on Paramount Plus, a streaming service, Paramount Plus. But check out this Macarthur lineup. So Philip Curto has been fantastic so far this season. That back for Liam Rose. Liam Rose. Dude, we always get confused with those, and they both start with L's. Liam Rose is the defensive one. He's starting at right back today once again. Adrian Mariap has looked very good since arriving in Australia a couple months ago. Alexander Shushnar starts alongside him. James Meredith on the left-hand side. In midfield, two players who work so hard if you watch them. The amount of running they get through. Charles Mombois and Tommy Orr. And keep an eye on Tommy Orr once again, because my goodness, he is hungry for goals. And he is just banging in the worldies, left, right, and centre. Stevens in the chat says Melbourne, he's tipping Melbourne Victory for the win. Victory for the win. Craig Noon, another key player for Macarthur FC, starting on the right-hand side. It is Lockie Rose, we expect to be starting off that left wing. And Apostolos Giannou, wearing 99. He's grabbed a goal a couple weeks ago against Adelaide United. A player who, with that service around him, of course, De Villa, I don't think I've mentioned De Villa through the middle there, but with the players around him, you look at those names and it's like, there's goals there in this Macarthur FC side, man. So, look, if they can feed Apostolos Giannou and get some, good spells of possession in this game, this could be a really entertaining match. I could see this maybe even being a high-scoring game. My prediction heading into it, though, and again, we did our live stream prediction yesterday. Thursday evening, we do the live predictions now, and My prediction was 2-1 victory, and I'm going to stick with that. I think victory at home. After a couple weeks off, they've had a bit of a break. Should, I reckon, get 3 points in this game, especially when you look at that lineup there. That is still a very strong team. But I don't know why. It's just feels like ages since we've seen Melbourne Victory play. And also, actually, I just realised this just before we started the stream. This is we do match live A-League watch-alongs every weekend here on the Coast Watch Football YouTube channel, and this is the first time we're doing a Macarthur FC watch-along, which is crazy because I think I've done maybe 4 or 5 separate Melbourne Victory watch-alongs, but this is the first ever Macarthur game we're doing a live watch-along for tonight. So there we go. Marcus is in here. Says, I'd say Macarthur's defense is key. Yeah, look at some of the Mariappa is going to be key. 100% Marcus. Mariappa's been superb, and his matchup with Nick D'Agostino I think is going to be super interesting to watch. D'Agostino, of course, a younger player. Mariappa, with his experience, might get the better of him here. But keep an eye on those wide positions, especially Liam Rose. Liam Rose, not necessarily a fullback, more of a defensive or central midfielder. He slotted in at right back last week as well. He could have a really busy night tonight with whether it is. I expect Rojas and Economides to be swapping wings as well. He could have a really interesting night tonight as well. Hey, Falcon's in the chat. How's it going? How's your week been, Falcon? Steven's in here as well. Marcus, we've got the football podcast. Just finished my match preview. So good. Zacky's in here as well a little bit earlier. So good. Matty James. Guys, so good to see you all here in the live chat. Appreciate you being here. And we are only 7-ish minutes away from kickoff. 7-ish minutes. But what's our predictions? What's our predictions for heading into this one? Again, I'm saying 2-1. I'm saying 2-1 victory. I think at home, should get the win here. But Macarthur side, I rate them, man. I rate them. Like before, maybe a few weeks ago, I wasn't a big fan. I was like, I think they'll fall out of the top 6. I don't know. I think with the key players that they got, they're really stepping up big. This as we approach sort of the midway part of the season, I guess. Maddie says, Lucky Rose is a mad striker. Macarthur hope to win 3-2. Dude, that would be an epic if Bulls could come away with a big 3-2 win. Dingo, how's it going, man? How's it going, Dingo? Good to see you in here, the chat, as always. And, of course, hope you guys have had a great week. What's been going on this week? What's been going on this week for you guys? It's been a bit of a hectic week for me, but good to approach the weekend. And for me, this weekend's fully focused on A-League football. And this is the first of a whole bunch of content coming this weekend. We're doing a live watch-along right now for this one, Melbourne Victory, Macarthur. Tomorrow, we're heading, of course, to Central Coast Mariners and Brisbane Roar, and we're doing fan interviews at the game, after the game, just outside the stadium. So if you're heading to the Mariners game tomorrow, come down to the park outside the stadium. We're shooting fan interviews. It's going to be a lot of fun. And really important as well to hear the thoughts and feelings of Mariners fans, especially during this pivotal point in the season. And then we've got the Sydney Derby, and I'm going to be jumping on as soon as I get home from the Mariners game. It really is a logistical problem, just being in two different places at once. But as soon as I can get home after those fan interviews, we're going to be going live on YouTube to catch the Sydney Derby. So I expect that to be around 7:45, just around kickoff, or if not, just after kickoff for that one, the Sydney Derby tomorrow night. And then we're doing a live watch along on Sunday Arvo. For me, one of the most fascinating games of the weekend. Wellington Phoenix take on Melbourne City on Sunday afternoon. A fascinating clash considering how well Wellington Phoenix have been playing in recent weeks. And Melbourne City, yes, they are the best attacking side of the competition, but Phoenix could get the better of them in this game as well. What else are we saying here? Dingo's saying, is Gosford paperless or can you buy tickets when you get there? You can. I would recommend buying tickets online beforehand. I legitimately couldn't tell you if you can buy tickets when you get there. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm 95% sure you can buy tickets at the game. But that's actually so funny. I mean, I go to all the games because I've been a member for so long. Actually, I've never gone to the ticketing booth in like years and years. So I would recommend just buying a ticket online. That's probably the easiest way to do it. And you can just scan your barcode. So when you say is Gosford paperless, I assume you mean whether you can just get a digital ticket. Correct. You can just on your phone. Marcus says, I know Mariappa's a good defender, but Shushnya and Jovanovic duo have been hard to penetrate. Tommy Uscock as well. Tommy Uscock has been superb. So no Tommy Uscock starting tonight. I think you have COVID before the game, says Falcon. Dude, sorry to hear that. Hope you're doing okay. Is it on Paramount? It is on Paramount. It is indeed. Yes, Stephen. Tonight's game only on Paramount Plus. as the teams are preparing to come out of the tunnel. And you can see some good shots of the Victory fans in the Amy Park stands here. Of course, always get a decent turnout and hopefully a good bunch of fans here tonight. Matt says lots of things have changed being a Leeds fan. Zachy's in here. What's up, Coast Watch? Long time. Zachy, good to see you in here, my man. And we are so keen for this game, Watchalong. So keen, so glad that you're here too. Mr. Saints fan is at the game. We love it, dude. Every Watchalong, we get at least one person who jumps in and is at the game. Saints fan, what's the atmosphere like? What's the vibe like? As the teams, right now as we speak, are coming out of the tunnel at Amy Park. Victory, of course, in that home kit. And the nice gold kit from Macarthur FC, which actually looks pretty decent, man. I don't mind that away kit from the Bulls, hey? But that's so good to see, to hear that you're there, Saints fan. Let us know how the vibe is. Are you somewhere in the Northern Terrace there? Yeah, man. Try to get tickets for the Melbourne Derby. Me and my friends, 45 minutes with ticket tape being stupid. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely try and do it as early as you can. Grab some tickets. I think the cheapest ones are in the yellow section, which is on the north stand at Central Coast Stadium. I believe they're $20 for an adult, and then general admission, Navy general admission, which is sort of on the eastern side, is $25 for an adult, I believe. I think it starts there. Saints fan says it's a pretty dead atmosphere, and he's in the north stand. We had a couple shots of the fans in the ground there. Could be maybe like a 12, 13K maybe. Victory, of course, consistently, at least for the last few years, have been pulling the biggest and best attendances in recent weeks. Hey, we're about to get underway with Kickoff. Let's go grab a cup of tea. All right. And it looks like the players are taking a moment of silence. I didn't hear what for. I assume it's the flood victims, of course. Really sad stuff. And of course, anyone affected by the floods, or I'm sure you guys will know people affected by the floods in South East Queensland, Northern New South Wales, everywhere. I mean, it's happening in Sydney now too. Thoughts go out to you guys, man, and anyone who knows who's being affected. Awesome stuff. Matty's in the chat, says, I'm going to the Sydney Derby tomorrow. So good, man. Dude, so keen for this Sydney Derby tomorrow. All form goes out the window, as always. Should be a good one. And hopefully a good vibe there, too, at the game. Hopefully good attendance, despite the weather. Score predictions, says Zachy, says 2-1 victory. I love it. I reckon we'll see it happen. Stephen says, you are not streaming the A-League game tomorrow with Central Coast Mariners and Brisbane Roar. I will not be, Stephen, because I will be at the game. I'll be at the game, yeah. So, generally for Mariners games, I mean, if ever I'm not streaming, it's probably because I'm at the game. So, yeah. So, I don't think we'll ever do a watch-along for at least a home game for the Mariners. Dingo says, attendance at Amy Park have dropped since you need to book online. Ticket always screws everyone over. Interesting. I've never had a bad experience buying tickets online, so I'm sorry to hear that, Dingo. So can you not buy a ticket at all at the ground? That's interesting. That is interesting. Alrighty, here we go. About to get underway in this one. The timer here on the stream is synced up to my game that I'm watching here. Of course, there's always a slight delay due to the when you're streaming on YouTube, but still, we do our best. But here we go, man. So I'll keep an eye out as well in terms of whether we need to tweak any of these tactical setups. Of course, keeping you guys updated to the formations of the two sides, but it looks pretty straightforward so far. There we go. Cool. All right, here we go. Stephen, have you ever been to an A-League game, Stephen? Have you ever been to an A-League game? Let's go. You see the last 5 results for both teams are up on the screen. And it's been mixed, man. Both teams, draws, wins, losses all over the place. So, this could go anywhere. It's a really fascinating game. But again, a top 6 clash. Important for both of these sides. They're both wanting to get the 3 points, really consolidate their place in that top 6. Okay. Marcus is sticking with Macarthur 1-0. Or 2-1 as a backup prediction. Pulling out the backup prediction. 1-0, man. I mean, look, I could see that happening if Macarthur's just really, they make sure they stay defensively very disciplined. Could happen. What do you think of the Wanderers' decision on that coach? A surprising one. Very, very interesting one. So for those that haven't heard, as Melbourne Victory take a free kick here, I'll get back to the Wanderers. Oh, Robbie Cruz. No, well, he's not on the field, Robbie Cruz. D'Agostino misses the ball. Look, the Mark Rudin, for those that didn't hear, Mark Rudin, Western Sydney Wanderers coach, his contract has been extended to the end of, I believe it was 23-24. Right? Which is what, an extra 2 years on top of this one, right? Very surprising, considering that he hasn't necessarily come in there and absolutely, turn things around and is, fixing everything. But it's not a terrible decision. I like the idea that they've got some, I think he's an okay coach to stick with. I mean, when you look at Western United and Wellington Phoenix and what he's built there, is that a free kick? It is. Free kick in a good position for Macarthur. Look, it's a bizarre. It's very early to be making that decision on Mike Rudin. It's something that I thought they would have made maybe towards the end of the season, to see maybe how this one's going. But yeah, it's a fascinating one, isn't it? It's a fascinating one. Matt says Wanderers need all the help they can get. Ooh, Nuno Rojas asks Zaki. At the moment, based on current form, Craig Noon. Yeah, Craig Noon's been having an impact in pretty much every game for the last few weeks, whereas Marco Rojas has sort of been a bit in and out. But Marco Rojas was fantastic for the first few rounds of the season. Yeah, man. Sorry to hear that, Stephen. Hope your friends are doing okay. Of course, it's been crazy seeing all the news and everything that's been happening. Free kick, Macarthur FC. Devia, a bit of a weird delivery, goes behind everyone. Macarthur, where's the cowbells? Where's the cowbells? Ooh, ball comes in. Easy save. I wonder if there's any travelling Bulls fans down there. Any travelling Macarthur FC supporters. Again, we have a wide range of A-League fans on these live watch-alongs from a vast array of clubs. Very rarely run into a Macarthur FC fan. And look, that's nothing against them and their fan base, but it's just interesting. Just interesting. Ooh, well done, Lockie Rose. Getting the better of Jason Guerrier again. Ulysses Devia, man, he's the key in the middle there for Macarthur FC. We're in number 10. Lockie Rose getting some good touches on the ball early, and foul goes away, victory. Hey, Georgie! Furious George is in here. How's it going? Okay. So a couple free kicks in the offensive halves for either side. Nothing eventuating as of yet. No shots on goal. Bummed haven't got Paramount Plus. I'll do my best to keep you updated, Matt. I'll do my best. Jake's in here, says, come on, Melbourne, ole! Come on, Melbourne, ole! Melbourne Victory. Wow, the voice crack. Victory. Someone clip that. Here we go. Look at him go. Oh, Victory charging forward. Macarthur cut it out. Well done. I think it was Charles Mombois. Oh, Mariappa with that challenge. Dude, challenge is flying in. Charles Mombois. Macarthur FC going to come away with this. Look at Craig Noon. He's going to go for the switch. Dude, he loves playing long balls. Lockie Rose could... Oh, come on, Lockie. He had to back himself there, hey. Zaki says... Zaki coming in with the red card prediction here saying Gary is going to get a red card. Look, if Lockie Rose keeps terrorizing him like that down the wing, then maybe. Marcus says Macarthur should be on the free-to-air Saturday game soon. I'm sure they probably will have one later in the season. Davidson, yeah, Zachy says, oh, no, not Davidson, he's down, yeah. Came off second best in that challenge from Mariappa. And, ooh, there's some studs there. Mariappa has planted some studs on the ankle. Is the referee coming over for a look? For VAR? I don't think so. There was some studs there. Zachy saying red card? What do you guys think? Red card? Red card? I don't know. It wasn't like super high or anything. There was definitely studs though. Anyway, it's play on. It's play on. So no VAR intervention there. I mean, obviously they look at everything, but yeah, interesting one there, isn't it? Very interesting one. That would have been a big blow for Macarthur FC. That would have changed the game. Imagine Mariappa being sent off. Key central defender being sent off within a few minutes. Real name is Jacko. The Furious George. I'm going to try and remember that. Furious George on the chat. Real name is Jacko. I'll do my best to remember. Here we go. I'm not sure which team I want to win more. I mean, Macarthur FC are probably, definitely underdogs in this game. They've got on the front foot early here. Here's Ulysses De Villa. Look at him go, man. Just taking him on. Nice ball. Is that a pen? Gianna's just gone down in the box, and they've won a corner, Macarthur. But it's a very bright start from the Bulls. And, I just saw Gianna go down. I didn't see the actual contact, but Miranda, it was in the back of Gianna. Here's a replay. So ball comes in from De Villa. Nah, it's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. Zachy is Zach, by the way. I gathered that much. Oh, corner for Macarthur, technically. Okay. Craig Noon, the king of the crosses. Every time he gets the ball, he wants to cross. Doesn't matter where he is on the field. He'll send a long ball. It's his signature move, Craig Noon. And, can't blame him. He can play a pass, that's for sure. All right. Macarthur FC. Interesting to see the win probability stats on the screen here. 37.7 to victory. 33.3% to Macarthur. It's pretty even. I thought it would have been slightly in favor of victory, but there you go. Interesting. Tomiyor. How about these Tomiyor worldies that he's been scoring in recent weeks, man? Last week against the Jets, that volley, perfectly timed volley to hit that with that timing, and then obviously the wonder strike from long range against Mariners. I was a month ago now or something like that. Davidson's is that the second time he's gone into the back of Noon. Oh, he's absolutely collected Noon. How can he complain? Jason Davidson's complaining at the ref, but he's just wiped out Craig Noon off the ball. I don't get it. Frankson here says, covered you boys in yellow. So 2 fouls either way so far. Jason Davidson representing the pink here again. I think he had a different colour last time we saw him play. Am I right? Because this is the finger bun hairstyle, isn't it? The pink. Oof. Oof. Dum dum da 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 da. Ooh. We've got a you can sort of see it there. If I just take away the victory lineup, you can see I've got a check it out. New edition Socceroo scarf. Prepping for the international games coming up later this month. Of course, Socceroos taking on Japan and Saudi Arabia. Those crucial World Cup qualifiers. We'll be bringing you guys plenty of content around those games. As Victory are on the front foot here. Chris Economides with the ball into the box. D'Agostino's header. Oh, what a save. Wow, well done. Dude, real big chance for Victory. D'Agostino very close. And I didn't expect it because he did really want to get the power on that header. And Curto with a great save. There you go. Great save, Curtis, says Zach. That's right. Fantastic save. Fantastic. He just swatted that ball away like it was a fly. But I very, like, really good from D'Agostino to get that power on it. I thought it got away from him. And here's Lockie Rose again looking to get him behind. He's seen a lot of it, isn't it? Marcus says, does Davidson want a grub tag? Does anyone? Does anyone? Oh, here we go, Victory. Looking to get through on the counter. Economides on the left. Davidson. Economides, here's Victory. Ball comes into the box. This time it's Macarthur head that finds it. Throw in. Throw in. So Nick D'Agostino with the best chance of the game so far. And he did well. He knew where he was wanting to head that too. Across to the other post. Across to the other post. Didn't work out though for him. Because Kurto had other ideas. Victory fans. Inside Amy Park, hoping for a win. Here comes the ball in here from Davidson. Finds no one. Josh Brillante rocking a slightly different hairstyle in this game. Welcome back to Hairstyle Watch here on Coast Watch. Jason Davidson with the pink hair. Josh Brillante now usually I think has just like the one bun. He's got a bun and then he's got some hanging out the bottom as well. So there you go. That's what we're here for. Nick D'Agostino. If anyone's going to score a goal tonight, could be him. Could be him. Who's more likely to score a goal tonight? Postlostianu or Nick D'Agostino? Interesting to see two relatively similar systems go up against each other here tonight too. Here we go. Oh, great ball. Rojas, here's a chance. Oh, Kurto, well done. Slapped it away from Brimmer. Jack, my prediction, I'm going 2-1. My prediction's 2-1 for this one, yeah. To victory, I should say. 2-1 to Melbourne Victory. Another decent opening for Victory, getting him behind there almost with Jake Brimmer. Almost, but it was a great pass. Great little chip over from Rojas, who could be key in this game as well. Zach's a strong keeping by Kurto. He's been good so far. 2 good staves, 2 good stops. It's going to be Victory for their first corner of the game. Rojas for Brillante. Could he have a hit here? He does. He loves scoring a goal from long distance. This one goes wide. You reckon Gianu? Says Marcus, will score? I reckon they both could score, actually. Okay. Looks like a slightly overcast evening in Melbourne. Phew. Come on, the Bulls. Where's the cowbells? Tommy, you're in the middle of the park. Nice switch of play. Was an incorrect statement. Immediately cut off. Cowbells. Let's go, cowbells. Tommy Orr. Get in there, Tommy Orr. Look at him go. He's working hard. He's a different player in this Bulls lineup. As Victory come forward, here's a chance for Victory. It's Brendan Hamill who's run from the center of defence and has won a side of corner. Overcast but very warm, says Marcus in the chat. Corner for Melbourne Victory. Tommy Orr, though. Has had a bit of a revolution in this Macarthur FC lineup. He's sort of playing as one of those central midfielders. Even a defensive midfielder if you want. Alongside Charles Mombwa. It's a pretty aggressive lineup when you look at the personnel across the park for Macarthur FC. Tommy Orr, more well known for his attacking displays. Here's the ball in from Brimmer. Finds no one. Will be interesting to see whether... What do you guys think? Do you reckon the week off will affect Victory? I mean, we always talk about that you know, even during like finals, you know, when teams get weeks off. Like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? You know, like it probably would have been hard for Victory last week too, because the plan was to play Brisbane on last Friday night. That didn't happen. Then the plan was to play Brisbane in Melbourne on Monday night, and then that didn't happen because Brisbane couldn't fly. So it must have been weird, you know, for teams, you know, really setting up and knowing, you know, preparing, you know, at least, or the day before at least to play a game, and then all of a sudden have it cancelled twice. It happened twice last week. So I'd be interested to see whether that affects the mentality of Melbourne Victory, whether they're still, you know, fully clicking. You know what I mean? Zach says, recently Brisbane has been annoying me with his free kicks and corners. They're horrible. He's not all. He usually is on the mark. But yeah, on that recent one, didn't find anyone there, did he? Mariners for life in the chest. Mariners must win tomorrow by at least 2 goals if you want to make the top 6. Oh, look, 3 points is essential. 3 points is all that matters, I think, for the Mariners tomorrow. Here's Macarthur. Oh, Hamill, well done. Gianu. Chance maybe brewing here for the Bulls. Craig Noon on the right wing. Here we go, Craig Noon. Devere has so much space. Oh, my God. Dude, Ulysses Devere just had the entire box to himself just then. The Victory defense was backing off. And Bulls have won another corner. There you go. Stephen says we'll beat the Raw. Look, Mariners should win, I think, tomorrow. I mean, Raw have been struggling, especially away from home. So, yeah, man. Mike says, don't know if you were disappointed when I predicted 2-2 draw for Mariners Brisbane. Look, I could see that happening as well because Mariners always have a tough time against Brisbane. Always. Corner for the Bulls. It's whipped in towards Mariappa, headed clear. Craig Noon decides to just send it into the sky. And it's going to be an offside free kick. No, dude. Yeah, the Mariners Brisbane game tomorrow will be interesting because of the recent games. I mean, last season, when Brisbane played away to Mariners down Central Coast, Brisbane won 4-0. And Brisbane, I mean, I don't have the stats off the top of my head, but Brisbane have a really good run of form down in Central Coast. Mariners, we haven't managed many wins against Brisbane at home at all, in recent years at least. And of course, we've got a bit of a history with them going back to those grand finals a decade ago now. This would have been almost a decade now. What are we, 2022? And that would have been... No, it was 2011, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway. Zach's score prediction for tomorrow's 3-0 Mariners, dude. Would love that. That'd be a big result, just to turn things around, just to really, you know, bring the fans back on board, you know, with the system and everything. Because again, I think we've been playing well. I've said it every match reaction. We've been playing well. We've been in games. It's just the results aren't there. Ooh, yellow card Hamill for a little clip on Devere. Dude, it looked like the lightest of touch. Hamill brought down, I think it was a foul. For a yellow card, though, I mean, I want to see a replay. I don't know if it was yellow card worthy. Ball came into him. He just come through the back of him. Oh, yeah, that was a bit of a weird one. He definitely kicked out at Devere, not the ball. Yeah. Steve's saying tomorrow Mariners 4, Brisbane 0. Love seeing it. I think it's unlikely. I think it's unlikely. Just again knowing the history we have of Brisbane, and even though Brisbane, you know, are the bottom side of the competition, do have good players and could play well. Here's a chance for victory. Give away by Shushna. D'Agostino 1-1. 1-0 victory. What a finish by Nick D'Agostino. The home side are in the lead, but what a mistake from Alexander Shushna to give away the ball, and D'Agostino clinical. The home side are up. Melbourne Victory. D'Agostino with another goal this season. I think it was Brimmer who played the ball through for him. No, it was Rojas. No. Oh, dude, Rojas didn't even play the ball. Shushny with the back pass. D'Agostino away. Curto came out, but it was a fabulous finish. But that is really poor from Macarthur, man. Shushnya, lazy back pass. Tommy Orr was there, but it was not in... Oh, man. It's so high up, and you're playing risky passes like that when you get the pressure there. D'Agostino, well done. Well done. Wow. Nick D'Agostino. It's his 5th goal of the season, Nick D'Agostino. 13 games he's played, 5th goal of the season, 16 A-League career goals. Ooh, so 20 minutes into this game and Victory take the lead. Steve's now coming in with a 4-2 prediction for Victory, Macarthur. Steve, you always love your the highest scoring predictions. I love to see it. 4-2. That would certainly be an entertaining one. And Matt says, young team. Which one? Which Victory or Macarthur? Which one are you referring to? Here's Roderick Miranda. Look at him go for Victory. So Victory. It's an important lead because they can really control this game now. D'Agostino looking to get in behind again. Well done. Oh, come on, man. Well done, Mariappa, using his experience to win that foul there. Wow. Okay. Wow. So, Victory up 1-0. How do we feel about how the game's going to pan out from here? Because you can see here the stats after Melbourne Victory scoring first. They've gone on to win 5, draw 3, and only lose 1. They've only lost once after scoring the first goal in a game this season. Yeah. Steve says they do have a young team, Melbourne Victory. I think this is more of an experienced lineup that they got on the field. In fact, it's a very experienced lineup they got on the field. I can't even think of who the youngest player might be. Maybe Economides. Probably D'Agostino, actually. But actually, looking at the personnel across both teams, these are 2 very experienced lineups. Not many youngsters really at all. Probably D'Agostino's probably the youngest, hey? Lee Broxham. Speaking of age, Lee Broxham, what a champion. What an A-League legend. What an A-League legend. He's been around forever, isn't he? Matt says a young team. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's any young players in that Macarthur lineup. I think Charles Mombo, I think he's in his early 20s. But I know James Meredith is in his 30s. Trying to think. Shushnia. Mariappa would be in his 30s. Rose, I think, mid-20s. So, I don't... young as a club. Yeah. Young as a club, for sure. But, yeah, these are 2 of the more, I guess, older, if you like, clubs in the league. They do have good young players, especially Victory. I've got some good youngsters coming through with Volupele and Barnett. Broxham, Gary Hamill. Yeah, I mean Davidson, Miranda. I mean all these guys really experienced. That's Popovich really. I mean, it just goes to show he wasn't necessarily wanting to build like a young team for the future. He was building a team that was capable of winning the A-League this season. I mean, look at Rojas and Economides, two quality wingers. And the young players that he's utilising in his squad are the other guys who are already there. So it's good to see Popovich is utilising the youth ranks of Victory. Is Macarthur, Craig Noon looking to get forward? He could be Devere, Noon. These are the guys that you want on the ball for the Bulls. And here is Ulysses Devere for Noon on that right-hand side. He's going to cross here for sure. There it is. Here we go. Lockie Rose. What a chance. Jason Guerrier putting his body on the line. Zygo's not happy with Macarthur FC. Lockie Rose, though. Good chance. Great ball in from Craig Noon. That was a crucial intervention from Jason Guerrier. Victory on the front foot again here. Broxham. Pass cut off by Rose. 2 Roses on the field, of course, for Macarthur SC. Both starting with L's when it comes to the first names, Liam and Lockie. It's always tricky on team sheets because you can't just do L.Rose. You do it like Li.Rose. But for here, we've got the numbers there, so I figured we'd just leave it. You know who's who anyway. You guys know. So Victory look like they're really controlling things now. Controlling possession. Finding some good field position here. 25 minutes into this game. Victory will be happy with that lead just to get that control early on in this first half. But yeah, what are we feeling from here? Do you reckon Macarthur have got what it takes to come back from here? If they could grab an equaliser before halftime, then that makes it a very interesting game. But if Victory take this 1-0 lead into halftime, or even grab a second, then it could be out of distance, out of touching distance. Touching distance? What's the phrase I'm looking for? Out of touch. Touching distance. Out of touch for... oh, here we go. Oh, well done, Mariappa. Well done, Mariappa, and he's won the foul, has he? And a bit of push and shove here. Charles Mombois, Jason Davidson is very angry tonight. Jason Davidson wants to have a conversation with Charles Mombois. A little bit of push and shove there. It seemed absolutely unnecessary. I don't know what happened. So Jake Brimmer goes down. Yeah, maybe a foul by Orr. I think he did clip him. Did he win the ball? He did touch the ball, but I think he clipped Brimmer as well. Mariappa wins a foul against D'Agostino. And then Charles Mombois just wants to have a go. Dan asks, where can I watch? You can watch on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus. Or if you're watching from overseas, I'm sure there's subscription services or television services that are showing it as well. This game, yeah. Gianu. Craigie Noon. James Meredith. Here's DeVere on the left. Look at that. Look at the North Terrace, man. Victory Actor supporters bouncing. Good to see. Good to see. Good pressure. Look at that high press from Macarthur FC. Look, wanting to win the ball back instantly. So Victory 1, Macarthur FC 0. As we approach the half an hour mark, and if you guys are watching and enjoying the stream, to show your support, you can hit the like button. It does help me out heaps. So make sure you hit that like button if you're enjoying. If you want to show your support, appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. Okay, let's go Bulls. They're on the front foot here. Ulysses DeVere. He's seen a decent amount of the ball, but nothing really productive happening yet for Macarthur SC. Mombois, edge of the box. Rose. Stevens back in Melbourne Victory tonight. They're in that winning position. Important to get that early goal, as I mentioned. Relatively early goal. That first half goal, I should say. Zach says, I don't want to see another City versus Mariners referee. Oh, no one wants to ever see that ever again. Of course. Of course. Goes without saying. Goes without saying, for sure. So Macarthur FC with a chance to build something here now that they're on the ball. Let's see what they can do. You can see, look at Craig Noon right out wide and up high for Macarthur. High line for Macarthur. Look at that. Giannu's trying to break it. I think he's offside. He's going to get him behind. Flag does go up. Zygo, you don't seem to want to say anything nice about any team, mate. You a Melbourne Victory fan? Is this the only game on tonight? Yes, it is. Fortnite is the only A-League men's game on tonight. So D'Agostino is equal third in the Golden Boot race now with 6 goals. Bruno Fornaroli, Goodwin also on 6. Mikkel Datsi on 8. McLaren on 10. How about that? How has Davinson's discipline been this season as Marcus? How many has he just got the 1 red or the 2? I think it's just the 1 red he picked up. But he's a very competitive player. Very, very competitive player. He's not a player. Oh, dude. Charles Momboa has just axed down D'Agostino. Ref says play on. And then another foul. And Ulysses De Villa. And there is push and shove in the middle. Broxham is down. And everyone is getting involved right now. Broxham is hurt. Ulysses De Villa went for him, man. Lockie Rose and Davidson are pushing and shoving. D'Agostino is down. Broxham is down. And it's chaos in the middle of the park right now. And again, it just seemed to come out of nowhere. Wow, man. So look, here we go. Here's the replay. So Charles Momboa. I think that's a fair tackle. On D'Agostino. He wins the ball, collects a little bit of the player, but that... I mean, the studs are flying in, but... not even that. The studs don't make contact with D'Agostino there, to my eyes. Iggy's just arrived, says, what did I just come on to? Absolute chaos has ensued here between Macarthur and Victory. So Ulysses De Villa has had a go at Broxham, who's down on the floor. It really is remarkable. And Roderick Miranda's blown up. Everyone got involved. Goodness. That might be one of the biggest ruckuses I've seen this season in the A-League. The conversation continues between the two Socceroo left backs. Jason Davidson and James Meredith, the two left backs who, correct me if I'm wrong, who were at the 2014 World Cup for the Socceroos? 2018? Correct me if I'm wrong, but those are the two left backs for the Socceroos at a World Cup once upon a time. I could be wrong. Wow. Came to watch the watch-along as well as the match. So good. Matt says, Pure, I can't see the chaos. Well, there was multiple incidents. So Momboa on D'Agostino, I can't see them giving a red for that. Just because it's not... He does clearly win the ball first, Momboa. Was it a dangerous tackle? Probably. Marcus says, from what you described, the V has to be accountable. How many people am I describing the game for? But look, it was... I want to see that replay of what De Villa did, but there was a bizarre... Here we go. Here's another replay. So De Villa's taken out, absolutely taken out by Broxham. And De Villa sort of falls on top of him. And they've cut away from the replay. Wow. I don't know if De Villa actually did anything illegal, but he definitely said something to Broxham while he was on the ground. He definitely said something to Broxham. Limbo says, my sister tested positive, so I can't go to the game tomorrow. Sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. Mike says, Victory players are just naturally rough. They're a competitive team. So it's going to be... So after all that, the decision stands a free kick for Macarthur FC, which... Honestly, I think is fine. Like I can't see where the ref could have done anything different there. I couldn't see. That's all good for me. I don't think it's a free kick for D'Agostino for that Momboa tackle. Yes, it was a very firm tackle, but there was no contact with the studs on D'Agostino, and then De Villa wins the free kick. What do you think, Zach? Do you think it should have been a free kick for D'Agostino earlier? But if it's not a free kick for D'Agostino, then obviously it's just that free kick afterwards for Macarthur. So I've got no problem with that, personally. No yellow cards. Iggy, I didn't see any yellow cards issued out. I could be wrong. From that, past few minutes. Neon's in here says, hey, Lockie, how's the stream been? It's been good fun. Been having some good chat, some good banter in the live chat, and enjoying the action of this game. Victory 1, Macarthur 1. It hasn't been all Victory's way. Hey Zygo, do you want to say anything positive in the live chat? anything positive. Zygo, give me one positive comment in the live chat. Marcus says, what if our football players adopted this play acting like the leagues in Europe and South America? I didn't see any play acting there from that past incident. To my eyes, at least. Chance for Victory. Back post. 2 players getting up for that one, man. Like he says, because it's a 2-footed tackle. It was a 2-footed tackle. But again, I think he cleans up the ball. Does make contact with the player. But, I mean, just imagine if they went to VAR and awarded a red card for that. I think that would have been a poor decision. Here we go. Oh, almost through on that left. A shot on the sidelines of Ryan Mashan sitting in a suit up in the stands. Of course, the midfielder who's been out for at least a month now, I think, when he picked up that unfortunate injury. It's ruled him out for a little bit, which is a shame because he was looking real good, Ryan Mashan. Spanish defensive midfielder for Melbourne Victory. Broxham, of course, is not a bad replacement to bring in there. Macarthur FC. Lockie Rose looking to get the better of Garrier. What a fight that's been so far this game. Found that left wing for Macarthur. But goodness me, Jason Garrier, one of the best right backs in the league this season. Yeah, still some scars there. I was showing Ryan Mashan, who picked up that injury. I think it was at least over a month ago. Still has scars on his face. Surely that ball stayed in. Always love that. Does it go out or not? Holder of the ball has to cross the line for it to be thrown, of course. All right. Possession back in the hands of Melbourne Victory here as we approach the final stages of this first half. But expect a few minutes of injury time. 2 or 3. Is that streaming tea? Yes, it is, Iggy. It's streaming tea. We've got the chamomile tea. We've got it's turning into a signature thing, isn't it? Turning into a signature thing. Michael Rojas, look at him go. Decides to go back as soon as I say that. Sorry to hear that, Neon. Family and farm got hit pretty bad. Here's a chance for victory. Good save. Great save, Curto. Economides with a strike. Yeah, Neon, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That's a shame. But good chance there for Melbourne. Chris Economides, great technique. Just cuts inside. Philip Curto, again, I think it's the 3rd or 4th time he's been called into action. Having a busy game so far, isn't he? The Bulls custodian. Been very busy. Victory almost over again. Curto comes out for it. Charles, oh, another challenge. It's Momba and D'Agostino. Oh, D'Agostino has a word to Momba on the ground. Oh, dude, this could just blow out of proportion. This could blow up again, man. This could blow up again. So D'Agostino and Momba, who were involved a few moments ago in a challenge, it was the other way around this time, and D'Agostino has a word to Momba while he's on the ground, and that, oh yeah, it's a fair tackle, man, very fair tackle. So D'Agostino just having something to say as well. Oh wow, wow. So play on. Victory. Chamomile tea has entered the stream. That's right, Neon. That's right. Ball comes in for Victory. Still on with a chance. It's going to be a corner. Cleared away. Ooh, Henry, good question. Henry asks, who do you think has been the best A-League goalkeeper? Look, I mean, the man playing tonight for Macarthur, Philip Curto, has been fantastic. I think he's been great. But when you look at across the league, I think there honestly isn't anyone that really stands out. I think Jamie Young's been good when he's been called into action. Most clean sheets, and I think most saves too. Jamie Young. There's some players down in the box. No, they're all up. Dude, this has been a chaotic half. Mark Birigitti's been great for Mariners. Tom Glovers has made some crucial saves for Melbourne City. Oh, honestly, like all the keepers have had decent games, like here and there. But in terms of consistency, I think Philip Curto. Oh, here's a chance of victory. Curto could be tested here. Cleared away by Shushnia. Amends for his mistake early in the game. But yeah, best keeper in the A-League at the moment. I almost want to say Curto. Hey, there's been a yellow card finally handed out. Finally handed out to, was it Marco Rojas? I think it was. Yeah, Rojas just ripping down Tommy Orr. Tommy Orr was not happy about that. Leo Lequires the GOAT says yes. Yeah, Lequires a beast, isn't he? Delianov before injury. Delianov was putting in some good performances. And look, his replacement, Joe Gauci, I mean, as always, he steps up big time. It's good. We've actually seen it across the competition a few times. Like, the backup keepers have come in and done a really good job. And done a really, really good job. So yeah, I mean, for Adelaide, I'm just trying to think. For Wanderers, they've played both Mejias and Margush. Mariners have had to play a few different keepers this season. Yeah, man. FML in the chat says, hi, Lockie. Going to the game tomorrow with my family. Might see you there. Go Mariners. So good, FML. Good to hear it. Yeah, man. We're doing fan interviews outside the stadium at the park after the game, so you might see me there. We've had some good chats. Of course, those videos for the fan interviews are on here on this YouTube channel. If you want to check them out, if you're on the channel, it should be under the fan interviews playlist. So another one coming this weekend as well. Iggy, I'm just reading your comment from a little bit earlier. Do you reckon Craig Noone is performing better than last season? Good question. Good question. He's sort of been playing like a bit of a different role this season for Macarthur. A couple of different roles actually this season so far for Macarthur. Has he been better? I don't think so. I could definitely answer that come the end of the season. I want to see how he goes for the rest of the season. I'd probably say no, not yet. I think he was very good for City last year, but has he been better? Look, he's been good. He's been very good and one of the best outlets, but not enough for me to say he's been better than how he was going last year at City. But again, we'll see how he goes for the rest of the season. He could, if he keeps up his form, he could be, could get there. Chance for victory. Rojas has just gone all the way. Mariappa almost with the own goal. Neon says, did anyone hear the news that Rudin signed with the Wanderers until 2024? Such exciting news to hear before the Sydney Derby. Can't wait to go. So good to hear you going to the Wanderers Derby, man. It's going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure. And yet, we were talking about it a bit earlier, actually, just before kickoff. We were talking about the news regarding Mark Redan. Signing that's not long-term, but I guess mid-term, if you like, contract. And yeah, man, it's surprising considering they made that decision so soon. There's a corner for victory. Over the head of Miranda, but appeals for handball. D'Agostino with a strike, and they're appealing for handball. And there's Macarthur player down in the box. But just back on Rudin, yeah, it's just a surprise they made that decision so quickly. Like when he's not necessarily been amazing so far. Like if he's come in and like winning every game, I understand it. You want to lock him down as soon as possible. But yeah, it's a little bit of an eyebrow raising one. Was it a handball there? Ooh, I don't know, man. I mean, Noone's hands are like up here. He's got like, it hits both hands and one hand slightly out. But I don't know if you could give handball for that. I don't know if you could give handball. Matty's also going to the good, so good. Neon here, Matt, both in live chat, both going to the Sydney Derby tomorrow. And of course, in case you missed it earlier, guys, I'm going to be doing jumping on for the live watch along for the Sydney Derby tomorrow night. Might start a little bit after kickoff because, of course, I'll be getting home from after the Mariners game. So expect me to be live here tomorrow night by at least 8 p.m. Iggy says Rudin signing until 2024 and the CEO retiring will make the Wanderers pre-season transfer window very interesting to watch. Well, dude, I mean, the funny thing is, I mean, the most recent transfer, the pre-season transfer window this past season for Victory was, for Wanderers was very good and very promising. I mean, Tom Mohamed, like Dimitri Petratos, Terry Antonis, Jack Rodwell, Reece Williams, like they brought in like the perfect players and it still didn't work out. So I don't know, man, maybe. Henry says, do you think Noah James is going to be one of the best goalkeepers in A-League? In the A-League. Well, look, if he gets some game time, I think he's been loaned out, hasn't he? Noah James been loaned out to an MPL side just last month. So, look, will he be one of the best goalkeepers in the A-League? Any young goalkeeper has the potential to hit that to hit those heights. But just have to see more of him. We have to see more of him. Chuck's coming in with an early Sydney Derby prediction saying 1-1. Saying 1-1. Yeah, if you guys missed the live predictions video we did yesterday, it's up on for replay on the channel. I said 2-2 for the Sydney Derby. I'm saying 2-2. Hey, we've got 3 minutes of injury time here, which is to be expected. And Mariappa's given away a free kick and is not happy. Adrian Mariappa having some key words with the referee here. Is the Sydney new signing? Oh, is the new signing? Assume you're talking about Luciano Narsing playing tomorrow. Is Luciano Narsing playing tomorrow? We're hearing from Steve Corica that he will be involved. I expect him to start off the bench. Zach asks, do you think that Glover should be our Olyroos keeper? Or do you think someone else? Yeah. Yep. Got no problem with Tom Glover. Hey, here's a free kick for victory. Good delivery. D'Agostino, 2-0. 2-0. Just like that. Nick D'Agostino with the brace. And victory. A huge goal before half-time. Are in a great position to come away with this Friday night fixture with 3 points. It was a fantastically delivered... We're talking early in the stream about the deliveries from set pieces for victory. This time, it was a perfect delivery. Perfect delivery. Nick says Ziggy. Come on, says Zach. Let's go. Water ball in. Curto couldn't claim. D'Agostino picks up the scraps. Victory 2-0. There we go. There we go. Oh, man. D'Agostino fell straight to him. So the ball came in. It was a mix-up in the box. Curto misses the ball completely. Meredith misses the header. Bounces off Lockie Rose. And there's D'Agostino to poke it home. It's tonight already. 4 shots, 2 goals. Wow. What a game he's having. What a game he's having. We were talking about it earlier, about which striker is going to get on top this game, Gianu or D'Agostino. Nick D'Agostino stepping up. Fantastic. Fantastic indeed. So, on the brink of half-time, too. On the brink of half-time. It's a really important goal for Macarthur FC. Sorry, Melbourne Victory. Wow. Macarthur FC will be very disappointed conceding that one, because then that really makes it a mountain for them to climb in the second half. And it's half-time. And it's half-time. It's half-time between Melbourne Victory and Macarthur FC. The home side are up 1-0. Sorry, 2-0. Wow. Wow. 2-0, man. Wow. Here we go. Here we go. So Nick D'Agostino, the man of the moment. How good. So what do you guys think? Will Victory go on to claim 3 points here? Look, before the game, I was talking about how Macarthur might have a chance to get something out of it. But Victory up 2-0. They've only lost 1 game this season from a winning position. Only lost 1 game. So, look, this will be really interesting to see how it pans out in the second half. Who's getting the wooden spoon? Asks Henry. I think it's going to be Brisbane. I think it has to be Brisbane. Hey, Footy Galore, how's it going? Good to see you in the chat. Iggy says, possible hat-trick? Yeah, man, honestly, look, if he keeps this up, if they keep him on the field, don't sub him off, keep him running, then yeah, man. The D'Agostino has a chance to get that hat-trick for sure. For sure, man. Iggy also says, as a Raw fan, sadly reckon that the Brisbane will get it. Yeah, I reckon so. I mean, when you look at, Brisbane have had a couple decent home games where they've picked up some decent results against Wanderers, against Macarthur. But again, there's not enough to show that they're going to turn things around this season. I think they're already running out of time. Yes, they have some games in hand. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Good to hear, Footy Galore. Good to see you here in the live chat. Says 868 subs. They're going to rapidly 1K soon. Hopefully, man. Appreciate it. And again, guys, if you're watching right now, if you're not subscribed, feel free to do so if you want to keep up to date to all the watch-alongs we're doing here and all the A-League content. Multiple videos a week. What else are we saying as well? Brisbane or Western Sydney Wanderers? Brisbane or Western Sydney Wanderers? Two teams. Oh, you're talking about for the wooden spoon? I don't think Wanderers will pick up the wooden spoon. I think that would be really, Yes, they were struggling under Robinson. I think Rudin will, is still going to turn things around a little bit for him. And I don't think that they'll pick up the Wooden Wanderers. I think they've got too much quality in that team to pick up the Wooden. Perth Glory, if they don't turn things around soon, start scoring some more goals, they could be a candidate for Wooden Spoon too. Every time I watch them play, man, it doesn't. I don't know how Perth Glory fans feel, man, but it's not fun viewing watching Perth Glory play. He says, Lockie, you read the article on how Raw owners, the Bakery Group is destroying them. I have not seen this. And Robbie Fowler wrote it. There you go. Interesting. I haven't heard this. Yes, Footy Galore, it is indeed half-time. And Victory are up 2-0. 2-0. Definitely, probably. Well, probably the better team in the first half were Melbourne Victory, the home side. Of course, coming off a week's break, didn't play last week. They had a game against Brisbane Roar, which was postponed due to, of course, the terrible weather that's been going on the east coast of Australia. But this is a good performance from Melbourne Victory. Look, they got back to winning games 2 weeks ago. Got back to winning ways 2 weeks ago against the Mariners at home, and look to be on track for another win as well in this game. And of course, keeping an eye on both sides' formations here. You can see two very similar systems we're seeing being played tonight. Macarthur SC, if they want to get something out of this game, need to get Devere involved more. That Victory doing a very good job of nullifying him. Every time he's on the ball, whether it's Broxham, Brolante, even the fullbacks, they're all boxing him in, not giving him space. Even Noon not really being allowed the space to have an impact in this game. So look, it's been a good display from Melbourne Victory. I think if you're a Victory fan, you're very happy with this game so far, especially looking at the lineups. Looking at the scoreline. Footy Galore says Tottenham now knocked out of the FA Cup. Premier League isn't for them. Carabao Cup out. Champions League definitely no thoughts. What chance do they have for the rest of the season now? Yeah, for those that don't know, I'm a Tottenham Hotspur fan. And we don't generally talk about as much Premier League stuff here, but definitely something I'm keen to get into more, being a fan of the Premier League and Tottenham. Look, the chances of Tottenham finishing in fourth are very low at the moment. And this is going to be the same story this season as in recent years, where it's just at times looked very good, but the consistency isn't there to get Tottenham there. So I think we have to turn our sights to next season and really focus on getting things back on track. And I hope Conte stays. I hope Antonio Conte stays. Neon says, did anyone hear that West United Perth Glory game the other week only got 700 people to the game? To be fair, it was in Tasmania. Yeah, we can't expect. When they're throwing games on in Tasmania, on short notice, 3 games in 1 week. They had a midweek game as well. You can't expect massive lineups there. Wow, so the shot stats are on the screen right now. And I actually didn't realize this. The shot stats are on the broadcast right now. And Macarthur haven't had a shot this entire half. Macarthur FC haven't managed to shot this entire game so far. Wow, I didn't realize that. I thought they might have had 1 or 2 shots. They had some decent field position at times, and they've had a couple corners. But I didn't realize they had no shots. Goodness. It really is bad reading from Macarthur FC then, isn't it? 6 shots so far for Victory, 4 on target, man. What else are we saying in the chat here? Manchester Darby coming up, very excited. As the United fan says, Iggy. Neon says, I don't know why Tottenham got rid of Mourinho, because I thought he was doing pretty decent with them. Again, just not much consistency with Mourinho, hey? Footy Galore says Conte boosted and elevated players back up like Kane, who could be very big goal scoring up until the Premier season finishes, which is a good sign. Yeah, for sure. Son, Kane, if those guys stay fit for the remainder of the season, yeah, for sure, man. And actually, that's actually something I wanted to query for you guys. I know a lot of you guys have been following along with the content for a while, and I appreciate it so much. And I've got a question for you guys. Watching right now. Do you want to see more Premier League content and other leagues explored on this channel? Would you be interested in seeing that? Because of course at the moment it's very much heavily focused into Australian football and the A-League and my team, the Mariners. Been getting into some more Socceroos content as well. Are you keen to see more Premier League content, World Cup content when that comes around to international football as well? Let me know in the live chat. We'd love to get your guys' feedback as well, because Of course, we're looking to make this a very community-driven channel here on YouTube for sure. That's for sure. Footy Galore says it was the team, not Mourinho. If you've watched the Amazon doco, you would know that, dude. That I loved watching that Amazon documentary. It was great, wasn't it? It was great. It was really in depth too. Like they really showed you everything. It was great. Footy Galore says more Prem and please stream even in the mornings to try to hop on. Yeah, obviously Watchalong's a little bit trickier for Premier League games, isn't it? FML says yes, would be awesome. Iggy says maybe A-League mostly, but if you could start some major transfers when they come, like how Messi went to PSG. Neon says, would love some more Premier League content. Cool, okay. Good to hear this, some positive feedback already. Mark says, yes, Liverpool content. I certainly can't promise Liverpool-specific content. I'm certainly not a Liverpool fan. But yeah, it's something that I've definitely been keen to explore a bit more. So, yeah, keep an eye on the channel as well for potentially expanding into that realm of things as well, because... absolutely. I mean, for me, it's A-League first almost all the time. Australian football is my priority. But yeah, man, it would just expand things even more. We can do more Premier League content discussion and yes, potentially some live watch-alongs as well. How about Ange at Celtic, says Matt. Dude, so good to see Ange doing well, as all of us Australian football fans are as well. And of course, the interesting news that came out during the week regarding the Sydney, what are they calling it? The Sydney Super Cup. You guys know about that? You guys hear about that? So Celtic and Rangers are playing an Old Firm derby down in Sydney. Sydney FC and Wanderers are going to be involved. It's going to be like a little mini tournament. And fans, especially in Scotland, aren't happy that the Old Firm is being played as a friendly. And look, I understand the sentiment. I absolutely understand it as well. Iggy asks, hey, Lockie, who do you go for in the Scottish Prem? Let me answer that question by showing you something, by doing show and tell. Who do I go for in the Scottish Premiership? Who do I go for in the Scottish Premiership? Who do I go for in the Scottish Premiership? Check it out. Check it out. It was actually on Instagram, on the Coastal Football Instagram. I put up a photo, a Christmas photo, and I was wearing this shirt and in the photo on Christmas Day. You can check that out on Instagram. But yeah, Celtic. And that's actually a team. I mean, my dad's a Celtic fan, and he was born in Scotland. So my dad was born and bred in Glasgow, Scotland, and so the Celtic sort of runs in my family. Iggy's a Hearts fan. Can't wait for Celtic and Rangers to come to Australia, says Neon. Dude, I'm keen for it. I'll probably go to it. Nan says, I'm saving money for every game in that cup. Dude, I think they're playing it across like 6 days, I think. Is it 6 days? It's like just before the World Cup in November. I think it's like November 10 to 16. Fab says, Big Ange. Neon says, up Celtic, baby. Matt says, Celtic to win the league. If it was Rangers, I was out. Good choice. Person says, do you think Bielsa should he coach Socceroos coach? Dude, the outpouring of just the emotion behind Australian football fans, but towards Bielsa, wanting Bielsa to coach the Socceroos. I'm not fully on board the train, but I'm absolutely not against it. I think it would be great. I think the Socceroos do need something different, do need a rejuvenation and a different sort of approach, and Bielsa would bring that for sure. So, do I think he should? Yeah, I'd be down for it. I'm not as like there's some people who are just like, we need to get Bielsa, like get him in, like he's the man. But again, it wouldn't be a bad appointment. It'd be a fantastic appointment. I don't think it'll happen. I just can't actually see it happening. But yeah. Hey, Alpex is in here. How's it going, Alpex? FML says, feeling bad for the Rangers. Seems like they're being dragged into this mini cup. Stoked for Celtic coming back. Still awesome that the Mariners beat them. That's right. Yeah, I was at that game actually. Yeah, geez, when was that? So I'm not sure if you guys remember. This would have been 2010, I think. I think 2010 or maybe even 2009. I think it was 2010. A Celtic came and took on the Mariners at Olympic Park, Sydney Olympic Park. How good. And then it says Celtic have been the only team the family supported until they found out about Manchester United. Yeah, you guys came for Bielsa at Socceroos? Alpex says, Macarthur have no hope in this game? Dude, I don't think so, hey. I think it's too late for them now. I mean, 2-0 down. We were talking about the stats earlier. No shots so far in the game for Macarthur. Haven't managed a shot. Yeah, they need, goodness me, they need something different happening there. I don't know about Lockie Rose on the left wing. Like, yeah, he can be dangerous on the ball, but I prefer him through the middle, man, I think. Or even on the right-hand side. Honestly, the more I think about Bielsa coming to the Socceroos, the more exciting it gets of like what he could do actually, sort of like revolutionizing the team. You know what I mean? And like the play style and just the philosophy, because I think we need that change. And look, so excited for these two qualifiers coming up. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Let's get the Socceroos scarf. Little bit of an exclusive. Here's the Socceroos scarf. Dude, we picked this up. I picked this Socceroos scarf up. Let's get the lineups out of the way. I picked up this Socceroos scarf. Saw it on sale for $5. $5. It was like down from like, what was it, 25 or 30? Usually retails for $5. Saw it, they picked it up. We're doing a match day vlog for the Socceroos game against Japan. Let's go. Match day vlog for Socceroos against Japan, which is happening on March 24th down in Sydney. Can't wait for it. Can't wait for it, because it can be a massive crowd, massive occasion. It should be a really fun match day vlog. So keep an eye on the YouTube channel come the end of this month for that one. So that's why I got the Socceroos scarf. Love the Star Wars shirts, this football podcast. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Saw the new Batman movie today. The new Batman movie. And no spoilers. No spoilers, of course. But very much enjoyed it. Very much enjoyed it. That's all I'll say. Iggy's saying, I'm thinking of changing my position to right back instead of center attacking mid and striker. Just go for it, man. Go for it. 2-0. Jeez, I missed a lot, says Furious George. Or Jackson. Am I right? Or Jacko, for short. 2-0. Yes. Yeah, victory, man. I mean, Nick D'Agostino with the 2 goals. It's been fantastic for victory. But Macarthur FC haven't managed a shot so far this game. It's been disappointing. And second half will get underway real soon. What time will the match be? I assume you're asking about a Socceroos match. Happening at 8:10 p.m. local time. Can't wait for the match day vlog. Yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Fabart says, how are you excited watching Arnie Ball? Dude, I'm still optimistic. I mean, regardless of the Socceroos, if we have a chance of making the World Cup. And again, if you guys have been watching the contest for a while, you know I'm one of the more optimistic football fans. So I'm still hopeful that the Socceroos qualify for the World Cup. I think in a big occasion at Olympic Park, there's a chance for Socceroos to get a result. Anyway, second half's about to get underway in this one. Let's do it. It's Macarthur FC. It's Macarthur FC who are back onto the field. And goodness me, it's changes galore. Mo Touré's onto the field. Alexander Jovanovic is onto the field. Sorry, Stefan Jovanovic? What's his first name? Goodness me, blanking. Anyway, Macarthur FC have made some changes. So we'll get the lineups updated in just a second as well. All right, what are we saying? Neon says, can't wait for Duke to come back to Combank Stadium for the Socceroos game. Did the Socceroos play Combank Stadium? I know that they're playing the Japan one at a core stadium at the Olympic Park. I don't know if they're playing at a game at Combank anytime soon. FML says, did you hear Dwight York is interested in the A coaching job now that he can coach? I did hear something about that. Was he actually saying that though? And we are underway in the second half. Here we go. Macarthur FC have got a mountain to climb. Can they do it? Maybe. The answer's maybe. The answer's not just maybe. The answer's probably not. But look, they've certainly got some big name players who could do it. So we're going to get the lineups updated in just a second because I've made a number of changes here. And it does look like it is Mo Touré who is coming to the field in place of, could well be Craig Noon. And yes, it is Craig Noon. And I think Jovanovic has come on for Liam Rose. So some interesting changes there. There's 2 players on the right-hand side. Just to be honest, that right-hand side was getting absolutely bombarded for Macarthur FC. So Jovanovic is onto the field. So some fascinating changes. Some really interesting changes as well. It is Alexander Jovanovic. I thought it was, right? I should have stuck with my first guess. My instinct, hey. Should have just stuck with that. All right, so it looks like Adrian Mariappa is playing it right back. Melbourne Victory have a throw in a good position early on here. D'Agostino, he's on a hat-trick. Could he do it? Ball comes into the box towards D'Agostino. Another shot on target from Nick D'Agostino. Literally, I called him up for that one, didn't I? Didn't I just then? I was like, could he score a hat-trick? And he literally finds the ball within the next 2 seconds and almost scores again. Almost does it again, does young D'Agostino, who's having a fantastic game so far. Team of the week potential. Candidate, I should say. So, Jovanovic as well, certainly a good, tall, strong defender to compete with D'Agostino. Here's Victory on the front foot. Oh, space for Brimmer. Victory with a big chance. Oh, how is that not a back pass? Well, another fantastic chance of Victory. And that was almost getting through for D'Agostino. Goodness, D'Agostino scoring a hat-trick today. I'm telling you right now, D'Agostino scoring a hat-trick today. It's happening. We're barely 2 minutes into this half, and he's had 2 almost fantastic opportunities. Almost. But goodness me, I mean, Macarthur, it's just switch on. Just switch on. I talked them up heading into this game, and they haven't really been in it at all, have they? Not really been in it at all, unfortunately, from a Bulls point of view. And this is an important win for Victory. I mean, they got some games in hand, Victory. If they want to stay in touch with the top 2, City and Western, who are starting to pull away now. Alrighty. So, changes confirmed here for Macarthur FC. Jovanovic in the back line. Mariappa right back. Moture on the wing. On the wing, man. Football Podcast says, next F3 Darby. It's such goes, can you interview me? Yeah, dude. Anyone who comes down can have a chat. Of course. Oh, did I say? Oh, sorry, my bad. I did say Moture, didn't I? I meant Al Hassan Toure. My bad. Neon says, hey, look, do you have any players coming to the podcast anytime soon? Nothing planned as of yet, but expect some more player interviews, I'm sure, in the future. What else are we doing as well? Are you doing fan interviews for the next F3 Derby? Central Coast would love to, man. Obviously, it hasn't been scheduled yet. Hopefully, we get that scheduled. I mean, if it hasn't been, almost certainly it'll be scheduled for April, because they've scheduled all the March games, obviously. But it seems like they're sort of just doing the midweek, the scheduling, month by month. So hopefully, I expect an F3 Derby, maybe a midweek one in April. I reckon. We're running out of weekends too. We're running out of weekends. Matt says, Victory going to smash it 3-0. I think you could be right, Matt. I think you could be right. Here we go. Alpex says, Macarthur off to a good start this season. Don't know what happened to them. Yeah, man. They were leading the way. And here's a free kick. Oh my God. Oh, dude. Apostolos Giannou almost just scored a bicycle kick. And like a really decent one too. Oh my God. Wow. Neon says, does anyone remember Lockie's Mo from November? Yeah, dude. Some of those, if you scroll back on the YouTube channel to November, it's just, the moustache. Dude, Giannou with a bicycle kick. And D'Agostino stayed down injured here, and he's clutching his shoulder. Potential dislocation. We hope he's okay, because he's on a hat-trick. I kind of want to see him score a hat-trick now. Zach says D'Agostino's done his shoulder. Hopefully it's nothing too bad, but he doesn't look like in a good way. Doesn't look like he's in a good way. Doesn't look very comfortable, does he? So Alexander Jovanovic getting himself involved early and was contesting. Oh, gee, he sort of barged into a little bit of D'Agostino. Okay, it looks like he hurt his shoulder before even going down by the looks of things there. Okay. So D'Agostino, he's walking off, but I think it is a dislocation. He doesn't look comfortable, that arm. That arm does not look comfortable. Hopefully he can continue for Victory's sake and for his sake. The man's on a hat-trick. Dude, there are so many seagulls flying past the camera right now. So many seagulls just then. Wrestle on the ball. Brimmer. Dude, another fight's going to kick off. I swear. Oh my god, Mariappa's flown in. Dude, another fight's going to kick off. I promise you. Dude, we've already seen two or three little flare-ups. There could be another one in this game. Davidson's up for it. Devia's up for it. Mariappa's up for it. Brimmer's up for it. They're all up for it. Hey, Marty, how's it going, mate? Pumped for tomorrow. Must win. Absolutely. Tomorrow, absolutely must win for the Mariners. Have to turn things around. This could be a turning point for the Mariners season if they can get the win. Did D'Agostino? Oh no, D'Agostino's still good. D'Agostino's still good. We were concerned for D'Agostino earlier with his shoulder. He's back on the park and could potentially still score that hat trick. Nick D'Agostino. Neon. Neon says, hey, I know you probably get this question a lot, but will you ever do a season 2 of the Mariners Career Mode series on YouTube? Because I want to see if they will ever win a premiership. Dude, we're doing a lot of gameplay stuff on Twitch at the moment, which has been a lot of fun. Keep an eye on the channel, because obviously the Twitch is sort of where we're looking to push a lot of the FIFA stuff. And I'm sure there will be some more FIFA stuff here on the YouTube channel more. Potentially in the future. Whether we continue that Mariners Career Mode, I'm actually thinking of starting a fresh one, because that one was sort of done really early preseason, just as sort of like a preseason warm up. But so many players. I mean, we had no Maresh, no Cummings in that Career Mode. Yeah, some key players not involved. So I almost want to do a fresh one, you know. But yeah, I can assure you there'll be some more A-League Career Mode stuff coming real soon. If not here on YouTube, at least on Twitch, where we're doing a lot of gameplay stuff over on Twitch. Okay, so Macarthur FC, how they got what it takes to get themselves back into this game? Can they do it? Here's Charles Mombois. Nice ball in for Toure. Al Hassan Toure. Scored a goal off the bench a couple weeks ago against Adelaide. Devia. Janu. Macarthur building something in here. Apostolos Janu, decent strike. It's on target, but it's an easy save for Kalava. Alpex says, I honestly won't care if Western win premiers. Dude, I mean, I wouldn't care either. I mean, it'd be a different team to win it. You know, the sort of the obviously the smallest of the three Melbourne teams. So, yeah, man. Zach says, I didn't even know that you do Twitch. So what do you mainly play? Mainly FIFA on Twitch. A little bit of Rocket League every now and then. But yeah, a little bit of Rocket League as well. Some other games here and there, but mostly some FIFA stuff. So yeah, we're doing a lot of. For those that don't know, we've got Coast Watch Football on Twitch. Streaming a couple days a week. At the moment. FML says I did a new career mode. Cummings has been great for me. Dude, maybe I should do it. Just to get Jason Cummings and Maresh and Orenya. That combination. Yeah, I'm keen. Because in that previous career mode we signed Mitch Duke. Brought him back to the club. But if we've got Cummings and Maresh there, I don't think we really need to sign another striker. Okay. Mariappa, look at him go. Trying to challenge D'Agostino, of course. Don't have to keep reminding you guys. Still on his hat-trick, Nick D'Agostino in this game. He's been really, really good so far. Already at 5 or 6 shots across this game so far. Fab says, would be a good redemption for Aloisi if Western wins. I seriously think he wasn't bad at Brisbane. I didn't think he was all that bad at Brisbane too. I mean, he gets a lot of stick, I feel like, for it. He wasn't really that bad. I mean, he took the team to finals, didn't he? Yeah, I think, and look, the way they're going, I think they could do it. I think Melbourne City have shown a little bit of inconsistency here and there, and simply conceding too many goals. I mean, if you watch their game midweek against Perth Glory, up 2-0. You'd think another easy win for City. Perth come back. 2-2 in the second half. So, whereas West United won't do that. West United aren't doing that this season. West United are winning games. They're controlling games. So yeah, I think honestly, I mean, earlier I was saying Melbourne Victory to be premiers, and I think they still could be if they make a really strong push for the second half of the season, which they could. The key games will be when like especially as Melbourne teams play each other. You know, City taking on Western, Victory taking on Western. The next Melbourne Derby will be big as well. Alpex says, do you reckon Victory will have what it takes for their ACL playoff? You look, yes. I think with the star players they have, like Economies, Rojas, D'Agostino, Brimmer, there's quality there. And they'll need their best defensive lineup, that's for sure. They like have the experience of Roderick and Miranda in there. It's going to be tough for them, though. Here's a chance for Victory. Good play. Oh, it's 3-0. Brilliant goal by Melbourne Victory. And it's Marco Rojas. It might be awarded as an own goal in the end. Brilliantly worked goal. The assist from Josh Brillante, absolutely fantastic. And Victory are in cruise control now. Absolutely in cruise control. Oh, wow. Victory are back, man. Melbourne Victory are back. They struggled in January. They only played a handful of games in February. Wonderful goal. I reckon that's an own goal, man. I reckon that's an own goal. In fact, that looks like it's Lockie Rose now playing at left back. We might have to tweak the lineup. I think I was mistaken with my lineup here. We'll tweak that Macarthur FC lineup. It does look like it was Liam Rose, rather. It was beaten to it at that far post. Marco Rojas. 3-0. 3-0. Wow. So the two Roses on the wings. On the wide positions, rather. So Marco Rojas. I think it has been awarded to him. It's his first goal of the season. There you go. There we go. So lineups updated there. It was my bad. It was James Meredith, who I believe left the field in place of Jovanovic. So Rose, Liam Rose at left back. But there we go. Victory up. Fab says Victory's midfield is too weak to compete in the ACL. I think they need Miranda. Ryan Mashan to come back. They need, the depth might hurt them. Another change from Macarthur SC. Jordan Much has just come onto the field in place of Tommy Orr, so a little bit more strength, a little bit more height. Here's a chance for Macarthur, though. Ball comes in, headed clear. De Villa, here's Rose. Headed away by Hamill. Well done. He's had a good game, hasn't he? Brendan Hamill. Getting involved, isn't he? Getting really involved. But another change for Macarthur SC, so we'll update that one. They're going to come forward again here. Jordan Much getting involved early for the Bulls. They really need a goal soon. We're approaching the hour mark. And still, nothing really of note for Macarthur SC, who really, for this first opening hour, have been very lackluster. At home, they seem to have been decent so far this season, but away from home, they've been letting it slip a little bit, unable to get the 3 points. But they've got a long way to come back here if they're going to get anything out of this game. Do you guys reckon they can do it? Do you reckon Macarthur could actually do it? Or are Victory going to be able to control this one out? You can see Victory. Look at their defensive setup, man. 2 banks of 4. Really sitting deep. Not giving any time or space to the away side. Well defended again, and they can come away with it. Victory. Here we go. Or playing as a 6 this season, says Fab. 6 or an 8 if you want, like a central midfielder. He's one of those middle players in the middle of the park. But yeah, he's we used to seeing him on the wing, but under Ante Milicic and Macarthur, he's been playing as one of those central players alongside Mombois. Double change for Melbourne Victory, and 2 decent players to bring on, man. It's Francesco Margiotta and Ben Falami coming on for the home side. Some very decent changes to bring on there for the home side. Marco Rojas is coming off. He's had a decent game. Chipped in with a goal. So Ben Falami's onto that wing. And it is Nick D'Agostino. D'Agostino's not going to get his hat-trick. D'Agostino won't get his hat-trick tonight, but has picked up a fantastic brace. Wonderful performance. Showing the replays of the goals. Brilliant finish for that first one, man. Really, really good stuff. And then picking up the scraps. Putting home that second goal. Getting involved. Victory have looked back to their best in attack so far this game. And it could be more. Macarthur pick up a free kick here in a decent position. As it looks like, I can hear the rain falling here on the Central Coast of New South Wales. And it looks like the rain is also falling down at Amy Park in Melbourne also. And hope you guys, hope your weather's, hope you're doing okay. Oh, dude, that's not a free kick at all. Was that another, did Broxham get a yellow card? He slipped, didn't he? Did Much not just slip? They showed a replay of it. Jordan Much just slipped. Here's a free kick in. Mariappa with a header. Nowhere near goal. Nowhere near goal. So Adrian Mariappa, he's had a busy game tonight in defence for Macarthur. But his side hasn't done enough to hold out the quality of Melbourne Victory tonight, eh? Not at all. Oh, Brimmer, well received. Looking for that quick release. Jakey Brimmer. Victory, really complete performance too. I mean, they're doing so well to nullify the quality players that the Victory have. Updated lineup on your screens now. It's Falami on the left and Margiotta through the middle for Victory now. Fab says can't let him have a hat-trick bonus. Don't have the budget for that. I'm sure Victory have the budget for that. If any team does, probably be Melbourne Victory. All right. Come on, Macarthur. Come on, Bulls. Let's go, Bulls. Let's go, Bulls. Here we go. Oh, Neon, I'm just seeing a question from a little bit earlier. It says, hey, Lockie, do you think Noah Smith will stay at the Mariners until the end of the season? At the end of the season, or leave due to lack of play time? I think he'll stay. I think we'll see Noah get some more game time as the season goes on. And we definitely need at least, without him, even thinner at the back. It already is looking a little bit thin for the Mariners. So I think Noah. I think Smith will stay. I think Smith will stay. Because Farrell could leave. Dude, they're just showing the win probability on the broadcast. I've never seen this before. 99.1% win probability for Victory. 0.1%. It's just hilarious. I mean, we know that Macarthur's not going to win this game. They have to score 4 goals. But 0.1%, that is humiliating. That's so funny. Oh, those numbers. Crushing. That was 0.8% chance of a draw. That was 0.8% chance of a draw. That's so funny, man. Oh, I've never seen it so skewed like that. 0.1%. That is so painful. That is absolutely brutal. But it is the truth. It is the truth. I mean, there's no way Macarthur's scoring 4 goals from here without Victory getting one back as well. Zach says the win probability for the Bulls isn't being nice. Well, it's not pulling any punches, is it? I can say that. Well done, Miranda. Well done. He's chipping in ahead of De Villa. De Villa's just been off it today. He's tried to get in the positions. And Victory could be away here. It's played in behind for Falami. Falami, here he goes. Well done. And the flag is going to come up. Liam Rose getting back to defend. Hey, right, I've never seen 0.1%. Alpex, I've never seen that for a team. That's goodness me. That's at the start of the game. It was really even. It was really even. It's showing the goal tally for Macarthur FC so far this season, and a lot of top goal scorers. Lockie Rose on 3, and there's a whole bunch of players on 2. Tomio has 2. Mariappa, Noon, De Villa, Uskok, all with 2 goals. I thought Uskok had 3. I could have sworn it was. He scored 3. He scored against the Wanderers, Western, and last week against the Jets. Uskok definitely has 3 goals for the Bulls, unless one of them is an own goal. I could be wrong. Anyway. All good, Stephen. No match reaction after this one tonight. Just the match watch along. Match reaction tomorrow night for the Mariners game, though. But all good, Steve. Enjoy the rest of your night, mate. Okay, Macarthur FC. Seeing a little bit more of the ball in their attacking half. But what can they do with it? Here comes Toure. He's going to win a throw-in. He's going to win a throw-in here. Al Hassan Toure, what can he do? The man of the moment. Had a really good impact a couple of weeks ago against Adelaide, his former side, off the bench. But I don't see any way through for Bulls here with the way that Victory is set up. Controlling this game from here on out. Will we see a Macarthur goal? It's a goal. The question is now, will we just see Macarthur get on the score sheet at all? Victory would love to make it 4, I'm sure, as well. You can see Falami and Economides eager to get up the field on the counter. Victory win the free kick. Yellow card for Gianu. Well, okay. So some chance now for Victory to get some minutes in some of the in the legs of some of the other players as well. Zach says Gianu won't be playing the next game. There we go. Is that an accumulation of 5, is it? Already? Wow, already. For Gianu. There you go. Did they say that on commentary, did they? I don't have the commentary turned up, obviously, doing the watch along here. Come on, Victory. I mean, Macarthur. I should be saying Macarthur now, eh? They're the underdogs. Davidson. Oh, great ball for Macarthur. It's going to work out here for Brimmer. Victory with a good opening. It's Falami. Inside the box. Has to cut it back for Brimmer. Oh, hit the target, son. Oh, that's really poor. That's really, really poor from Jake Brimmer after such a well-worked move. Oh, look at Popovic, man. He's fuming. Popovic's not happy. And I don't blame him, man. That's terrible from Brimmer. They tease it in for Falami. Falami, rightly so, cuts it back. Finds Brimmer with the space. That is really poor from Jake Brimmer. Really, really poor. You can see, look at Tony Popovic, man. His team, dude, that's the kind of energy that wins you championships when you're up 3-0 and you're still absolutely spewing about missing chances like that. But again, that's an easy shot on target for Jake Brimmer, and he's completely missed it. There's been about 5 yellow cards in this game too. I know, right? There's been plenty of a little bit heated at times. Dude, look at Liam Rose. He looks like he's about to pass out, poor guy. At left back for Macarthur FC. I hope he's all right. He's a former Central Coast Mariner. Here's Hassan Toure for the Macarthur FC Bulls. He's got 2 for company, and they're going to beat him. Dude, oh my God. Too easy for Victory, isn't it? It's too easy. Oh, Hassan Toure just takes out Macarthur. He's not having the impact he wants, does he, Toure? Gives away the ball when he absolutely shouldn't have. Should have just passed it, get rid of it, and then just gives away a foul a couple seconds later. Yeah, I can see the ice on the shoulder of D'Agostino. Hey, Moody Najar's on for Macarthur FC. Let's hope it's on. It's for Liam Rose, who looked like he didn't have any legs left. Moody Najar probably on that left back role. Yes, he is. Moody Najar, a decent player. I rate him. He sort of turned into a bit of a wing-back / fullback in recent days. He started off as a striker, playing at this stadium at Melbourne City a couple of years ago. Moody Najar operating more of as a fullback these days. But look, if he's happy with it, and if he's playing well, then yeah. So he hasn't got much game time in recent weeks, Moody Najar. It's James Meredith who's been getting the run in there at left back, but here he is on the field. Zach says, Victory signing Macarthur was exciting for me because how he has played, but when he is playing at Victory, he isn't performing as much as I thought. Well, it's been D'Agostino who's sort of been the star striker, hey. And Macarthur's been okay, but he's not necessarily chipping in with 100 goals. But he's performing. I don't think he's performing poorly by any means. Another little push and shove there. It was Lockie Rose's time getting involved. Every couple of challenges, there's always some push and shove involved. A little bit of fight in there. Which you always love to see. Don't mind seeing it. %50 possession for either side. It's been very balanced stuff when it comes to that aspect, but obviously it's about what you do with it. Possession doesn't mean much. If the scoreline's looking like this, especially too, 3-0 to the home side, Melbourne Victory. We're into the final 20 minutes. Jason Davidson with space down the left. He's been pretty active this game as well, Davidson. Brimmer, no free kick. Well done, Jovanovic. Play on. Brillante, again, been involved the Victory captain this game and plays it out well. Instantly plays it out. FML says, I think Miranda's been good defensively today. Yeah, very, very good. And again, some more, as we mentioned, some fresh legs. Getting some minutes here for Victory. It's going to be Volupele and Kurda coming on for the home side. So maybe Jakey Brimmer to be coming off. Economides too as well. They'll be coming on shortly. Macarthur press high and win the throw-in. Zach says Hamill's my favourite defender currently as well. Yeah, he's been doing great too. Both those guys have had a great game. Hamill, Miranda, solid enough. Looks like it's going to be, is it Lee Broxham coming off, is it? It is Broxham coming off for Kurda. For the home side. And Volupele probably coming on for Economides. We'll keep an eye on that though. So Broken Kurda, another one of these decent young midfielders. Decent young players in this Victory squad. And yeah, it is Volupele coming on for Economides on the wing. Okay, so I think Macarthur FC, I'm pretty sure they'd be out of changes now, wouldn't they? They've made a number of changes so far. After making that Moody and Najjar change, I think they're out. Victory will still have one more change. They can bring on one more player if they choose to do so. So, Bulls again, looking to create a chance here, but it is Victory. In the second half, it's been all about their defensive solidarity, and it's been on show, hasn't it? Updated lineups on your screen now. Didn't expect the scoreline, says Zach. Look, neither did I. I didn't expect such a convincing performance scoreline from Victory. I tipped the Victory win, but considering Macarthur's quality and have been playing a little bit better recently, I was like, oh, they might challenge Victory here. But, yeah, man, if anything, this is just reassured Victory as to be one of those top sides this season. They're going to be up there for sure. They're showing now on the screen Victory's next 5 games, of course, play away to Mariners midweek, Wednesday afternoon. And then they've got the Melbourne Derby. Melbourne Derby next weekend. Following that, it's Sydney FC away. So 2 big Derby games away. That one up there in Sydney. They've got a big game at home against Western. And then after that, it's Wanderers. So 3 really tough games there. For Victory. The run of City. So they've got the Melbourne Derby, the Big Blue, and then Western United. That's going to be the test for Melbourne Victory, man. That's going to be the test. Look, again, I'm not going to predict how the Mariners Victory midweek game is going to go. I want to see how tomorrow pans out for the Mariners. If we can get a win, then I'm hoping that maybe we could get something out of the game against Victory. But it will be tough. It'll be tough. But I think a draw might be a fair result for that one, actually, Mariners Victory. But those 3 games, man. Melbourne Derby, Big Blue, Western United, really tough. Alpex coming in with a come on City. It'll be great. It'll be great Melbourne Derby next weekend. Of course, we've got a run of consecutive derbies, don't we now? So we've got the Sydney Derby tomorrow night. We're going to have the Sydney Derby. We got the Melbourne Derby following weekend, and then yeah, that's right. The Melbourne Derby the following weekend, and then the following weekend after that, the Big Blue in Sydney. So plenty of derbies happening each weekend. Hopefully they'll rest a few midweek. Yeah, I'd like to see a bit of rotation. Try something different. Give some minutes to some of the guys who haven't been playing as much. Oh, his Victory looking to get in behind again. Volupele. Well done, Shushnia, holding him up. Do Victory get one more? What do you guys think? Victory just score one more, one or two more if they expose Macarthur late on. This, goodness me, this absolutely hasn't gone Macarthur's way this game. They just haven't looked in it at all. They haven't been threatening at all. And when I think, I mean, they lost, what, 3-1 to Brisbane a few weeks back. Some of their other away games. I mean, 3-3 with the Mariners. They're conceding goals on the road when you look at their results. A bit of concern for Milicic. If they want to be a top 6 side again for the second consecutive season as a club. They could do it. They've got the big names. But look, a team that's going to win the competition can't be losing games like this, playing this poorly. The Bulls, that is. 3-1 says Diaz at the end. So maybe Bulls to sneak one in at the end here. Zaki says can't go. Disappointed can't go to the Melbourne Derby, go camping. Oh, here comes Velupale away. He's going to cross it in for Bremer. Big chance for victory for Lamy. Easy save. That was a weak shot. But Melbourne Victory should be up 4-0. Fantastic breakaway. And they've got the players to do that, man. The speed. They've got the players to do that. Velupale was away. Bremer was smart. Bremer could have fed it through the middle. Opted to go wide. Oh, here's a shot from Bremer. Another save from Curto. Curto's been on the end of a lot of things, but unfortunately has seen 3 goals in the back of his net. Alpex says, well, Macarthur aren't coming along, so I think Melbourne Victory will get 4. I think it could happen. Honestly, I almost did it there. And there's still plenty of time to go in this game. And they've given the ball away here, Macarthur, in their own half. Victory could attack here. They're taking their time, not as aggressive in their attack this time. Brillante, man. Look at him. He's running forward. Wanted to get involved, Josh Brillante, the captain. Oh, here's De Villa. Macarthur could break here. It's 4-3 for the Bulls. Here's De Villa. He's going himself. All floats to Lockie Rose. Defense get back. Calls for handball. I don't think so. And it's going to be a corner for the Bulls. Wow. Nat says probably 4-1 at 5. Robbie Cruz. Okay, so Victory did... Oh, and Macarthur did have one more change. My bad. It's going to be youngster Jordan coming on for the Bulls for his A-League debut. And Robbie Cruz, not a bad experienced player to be bringing on as well. Should have been 5-10 minutes ago. But here we go. It's rare that we see too many young players get a run for the Bulls. They're not a team necessarily known for that. But young Jordan's getting a run here. Late on in this game, some good experience for him for his A-League debut, wearing number 49. A player who, personally, I couldn't tell you too much about, so we'll see what he can do here. Could he rescue something? Oh, the ball's almost come through to Jordan. It's been headed away, and Robbie Cruz shortly will be coming onto the park, I think. But Jordan on for De Villa. I think they've sort of accepted that they're not going to be able to win this game. Macarthur. And here's the change for Melbourne Victory. Robbie Cruz coming off for Jake Brimmer. Brimmer's had overall pretty decent game. Not necessarily the star for Melbourne Victory tonight, but has been involved. As always, as he always is. But Robbie Cruz, decent. This has been the role for Robbie Cruz this season, and I don't think he minds it because he's had some impacts off the bench so far this season, coming off, and having a hand in some of Victory's decent results. Playing in a more central role these days, Robbie Cruz. Not so much the winger that he was maybe in his early days, eh? Hey, DBM's been here. How's it going? Good to see you here in the live chat. Okay. Oh, Robbie Cruz could be away here. He's straight off the bench and right into the action. Out left for Falami. Margiotta central. Probably offside. I think it would have been close, but he's missed it anyway. Big chance for victory. Well, we are so close to 4 here for victory. It's Velupale. I think that might be a goal kick. No, it's going to be a corner. Valupale wins the corner. So Victory, very getting closer and closer to 4. It was Ben Falami who was released. I reckon it was onside there. Oh, how does Macarthur miss that? Oh, Macarthur just misses a sitter. Misses an absolute sitter. Victory need to kill off this game now, man. I mean, they already have. But 4 would absolutely make sure of it, of course. Jason Davison to deliver the corner. Numbers forward for Victory. Curto with a punch. Robbie Cruz trying to get to it. Curto sends it out of play. How does he miss that, Zach? Dude, I mean, what a chance. You're right. How did he miss that? Diaz, it was Macarthur with a fantastic chance. It was a well-worked piece of play. Robbie Cruz for Falami out wide, and then Macarthur unmarked in the middle. The cross was just ahead of him, but still, I think he should have gotten to it. Absolutely should have gone to it. Yeah, absolutely should have been 4 for Victory. But again, still maybe 10 minutes, including injury time, to go in this game. With that much time, Victory are going to catch Bulls on the counter-attack and could score a 4th here. So a completely... And again, it's good to see the quality. I mean, you look at Victory's front 4 there. I mean, Valupale, Falami, Macarthur, Cruz, all off the bench. I mean, there's some decent names to bring off the bench, man. Really, really decent names. Whereas Macarthur, I mean, no disrespect to the players, but just not the same quality when you look at the players that they have to bring off the bench, you know? When Toure's come on, hasn't really had the impact that he's desired. Najar's on as well now. But they need to be doing more. They've just been really lackluster in this game. Just haven't created opportunities. I think actually thinking about it, it's probably more down to Victory's just simply not giving them any... Not making any errors in defense. Victory's not giving them any time or space to create those chances. So it's more credit to Victory in a defensive sense more than anything. And there's a bit more of a tussle here. And Charles Mombo ripped to the ground by Macarthur. Hey, live ladder update. So this win brings Melbourne Victory into 5th place, 21 points. Macarthur on 22 points. Victory with a game in hand. So Macarthur's still in 3rd place, but could slip. Could slip real soon. Alpex says you got to feel for the losing team social media admin though. Ooh, Falami might get to this. No, he won't. No, he won't. Diaz says D'Agostino has triple the amount of goals that Macarthur's gotten. Yeah, man. I mean, and that's why Nick D'Agostino's getting the run, isn't he? He's getting the run at the moment because he's simply bagging the goals. So Macarthur just coming on as the impact player. Whether he's having much of an impact, that's up for debate. Macarthur still eager to get in behind. Gianu trying to chase in here. But again, well done, Miranda. Calm and composed at the back. This Victory defense has been... They've all been fantastic. I mean, Guerrier, Hamill, Miranda, Davidson, all superb. And Victory of coming forward again here. Oh, well done. Cut out by Shushnya. Ball from Brillante wasn't the best. But again, we're getting close to 4. I'm telling you, we're going to see 4, man. We're going to see 4. I'm telling you. Toure looking to get behind. Again, cut out by Victory. It's Guerrier this time. Dude... these Macarthur players must be so frustrated right now because they're just absolutely not getting a look in. These attacking players. Gianu's barely touched the ball. Lockie Rose been pedestrian as well. Here they come again, Victory. It's Robbie Cruz. He's in on the left. Falami's inside. Robbie Cruz goes for the far post. Valupale. Oh my God. He teed it across and no one's there. Oh, that seemed like a certain goal. That seemed like a certain goal for Victory. They could have had 6. They could have doubled their scoreline, man. Robbie Cruz. Weird decision-making. Valupale has to square it up, and it's ahead of Macarthur. I don't know if you can blame Macarthur for missing that. It wasn't the best inside ball by Valupale. What about Jordan, who's beaten a couple players here? Victory should have 6, man. Victory should be up 6-0 right now. If they're not. Dude, if D'Agostino was still on the if Nick D'Agostino was still on the field right now, he'd have like 5 goals. Straight up. Macarthur being lazy, says Zach. What just happened there? Says Alpex. I mean, who knows? It seemed like the defenders just switched off. Jordan again looking a bit lively, getting that ball in for Macarthur. Mombourne now. Mariappa looking to get involved from right back now. He's going to win the throw. Macarthur just not really showing any urgency to get the throw in. They're only bringing over players now. Gianu. Wow. Wow. Okay. So this makes the top 6 battle a little bit more interesting. Tightens things up a little bit. And really puts the onus on Sydney FC to get a result. Because Sydney FC are now 3 points behind Victory. Between 5th and 6th place. And Victory still have a couple of games in hand, we have to remember. So Sydney, if they want to stay in touch with the rest of the top 6, need to win the Sydney Derby tomorrow night. This result says that. Seagulls are back with a vengeance tonight. Absolutely. They're everywhere. Look at them. They're all over the field. Flying. Early in the half, there was a whole flock of them just flew past the camera. This is incredible. Alpex says this game's boring to watch the Seagulls fly about. Well, it's been all about Victory controlling it for the last half an hour, hasn't it? It's been all about that. And now the question is, for these final stages, is can Victory grab the 4th? I don't think there's any way Macarthur are finding a goal, man. Victory just not making mistakes at the back at all. Been a very professional performance from the home side. Matt says, Rose made me sound silly at the start calling him a mad player. Oh, look, he's a talented footballer, that's for sure, Lockie Rose. And on his day, he can be really dangerous. Here he is on the ball now, Lockie Rose. He's going to have a strike, and he's slipped. Oh, and he's won a corner. Kalava's just missed that, and he's won a corner. Kalava's just missed the save. But yeah, I mean, no Macarthur player tonight has performed well. They haven't really been given the chance to perform well. So there's going to be a corner here. Kalava has somehow missed the save for that. It's hard to describe. You can only, for those watching, you only know what I'm talking about. Kalava missed the ball because I was getting, because he was getting bored and losing focus, says Zach. He hasn't really touched the ball too much, has he? But that time he couldn't claim it. So it's a corner for Macarthur. Can they score? Consolation. Gianu misses the header. Shushnya crosses it in. Headed away by Miranda, who has had put in a man of the match performance at the back. Roderick Miranda. Shushnya now with a cross. Kalava spills it, and Mariappa, Gianu, 3-1. Oh my God. Ivan Kalava, who are you? Who are you? Oh, just after he absolutely shouldn't have given away that corner, he just spills it. Inexplicably spills it. That was a howler. Oh, that's terrible. And it's the easiest goal that Gianu's going to score in his career, man. Mariappa misses the initial one. It was a good block by Hamill. And there's Gianu to tap it home. 3-1. Well, I said it earlier. I think we thought it was going to be Victory to grab the next to grab one more to make it 4-0. But Victory now miss out on the clean sheet. It's saying how they haven't made any defensive errors. All the defenders, the outfield players, have been fantastic. Ivan Kalava, 2 errors at the end of the game, have just gifted Macarthur a goal. And Tony Popovich will be spewing. Diaz says Kalava can't keep a clean sheet if his life depends on it. I mean, we remember a few weeks ago, fans were calling for Kalava to be dropped after that Wanderers game, and for Matt Acton to get a run. Wonder whether those conversations will return after that little. Because that was terrible. He absolutely, it was the easiest save. He catched it. Somehow just bounced out. He caught it in his stomach, man. And it just bounced out. He just bounced out, man. Score on the stream says 3-1. It should say 3-0. It should say 3-1 there. Looks like it says 3-1 for me. Oh my gosh, man. You can see Ivan Kalava. They're showing close-ups of his face, and he's not happy either. Oh, dude. 3-1. It's a real shame for Melbourne Victory, man. It really is. For those defenders who have put in such a good performance. DS says Popovich start acting. I reckon, I think they could do it, man. I think it could happen. Roderick Miranda's down here in injury time. We've only got 3 minutes of injury time, and Roderick Miranda's been down here and copped one in the ribs, I think, hasn't he? Yeah, Matt Acton maybe to come in for victory because that is really amateur by Kalav. I can't believe that. A bit like 2 errors. Like he went down for that easy save and missed the save for the corner, and then the following corner just can't catch the ball. It rolls out and Macarthur finish. So weird. PK says Macarthur didn't play structured football at all. Yeah, they've looked a bit no real game plan when getting forward. Hey. Oh, here we go. Macarthur could be in again here. Oh my God, dude. Dude, if the Bulls scored another here, can you believe it? They might run out of time. There's not long to go. Of course, remember, we've got 3 minutes of injury time. 3 minutes of injury time, so not long to go. Charles Mombois. Macarthur could be in for a second here. Charles Mombois again. March Gianu. It's Najar. Is that going to be a free kick? It's a free kick to the way of Melbourne Victory, and that might be the 3 points secured. Well and truly for victory. Wow. Zach's in here. Says, the second I joined the stream, our score goes to 3-1. Missed the goal. Dude, absolute howler by Kalava. An easy tap in for Gianu. Zach says, I wouldn't call Kalava bad. Oh, look, he hasn't been terrible, but some mistakes hasn't helped him at all. As the full-time whistle rings out at AAMI Park, it is Melbourne Victory 3, Macarthur FC 1. Wow. Wow. We didn't expect the game to be that dominant for the home side. The scoreline doesn't do the game justice. Victory should have been up 5-6-0 by the end of it. Late howler by Kalava gave Macarthur FC a consolation goal. Wow. So, a big statement by Melbourne Victory. Not necessarily a big statement, but just a good win for them to get themselves back in touch with the rest of the top 6 after not playing last week. Puts pressure, as I mentioned earlier, on Sydney FC to get a win. But a brace for Nick D'Agostino in that first half. Second half goal for Marco Rojas. Apostolos Gianu was the one for Macarthur to get that consolation goal right at the end as well. PK says Macarthur haven't been playing genuine CDMs. Yeah, that's a good point because they've been playing Mombois and Tom Yor. And for me, I mean, you're going to need someone else like Jordan March, who's been a bench play for them so far this season. Jordan March, I think, has to be starting. Because he is more of that traditional central defensive midfielder, isn't he? Yeah, man. Zach says, I'm an Adelaide United fan and I went to the game against Central Coast. I just feel bad for you at this point. Mate, it was a rough one. We did a live watch along last weekend, of course, and a late heartbreaker once again for the Mariners. Diaz asks, what happened to Tommy Urich? He's been injured and just out of action for basically the whole season. I think he's only played 1 or 2 games at the start of the season. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just injured. And who knows when he's coming back soon. Who knows? Matt says Sydney definitely need a win to keep up. Yeah, if Sydney lose, then I think Victory have 3 games in hand on them. And they're 3 points above. It's massive. What do you think of the Game Football Podcast? Zach's in here says, thank you for tonight's stream, Lockie. I'm going to head off. Have a great night. Hope to see you tomorrow night for the next stream. Keep up the good work. Good night. Cheers, Zach. Thanks for tuning in, man. Always love hearing your thoughts and your insight. And catch you tomorrow night, of course. For those in case you missed it earlier, we're going to be jumping on for a live watch along of the Sydney Derby tomorrow night. And it'll be starting approximately, it's an approximate start time tomorrow night because I'll be coming home from the Mariners game just earlier that afternoon. So approximately around 7:45 tomorrow night for the live watch along for the Sydney Derby, a crucial game for Sydney FC to win. Wanderers could turn their season around if they get 3 points as well. Matt says Bobo hat-trick. Yeah, what are our predictions? Before I sign off here, what are our predictions for the Sydney Derby tomorrow? I'm still back in 2-2. I'm back in 2-2. I think both teams get up for it. Probably be a wet and rainy night. Could be some defensive mistakes in there. 2-2. Neon asks, where is De Silva? I believe he's been injured too. He's been away injured too because he hasn't been involved in the lineup for the last couple of weeks. BK asks, thoughts on Rudin getting a contract extension 2-year deal? Yeah, look, man, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but really surprising to see Wanderers make that move so soon into Ruden's tenure at the club. I mean, Ruden's come in and hasn't necessarily turned things around, absolutely, done a 180 in terms of the way the team's playing. They still have got some problems there. But it's interesting to so soon show that commitment, to really lock them down for the next couple of years. Sydney Darby, let's go, says Neon. See you at the game, says Marty. Yeah, man, looking forward to it. Sydney Darby predictions are coming in. 3-2 to Sydney, says Football Podcast. Josh is in here, says 2-1 to Sydney. 2-2 says Diaz, agreed. 1-all in the Derby, says Marty. Neon says Bobo's a grandpa and will not get a hat-trick. He is the super sub. He's the super sub. Maybe Narsing to score one off the bench, the new signing for Sydney. 3-2 to Sydney. Heaps of goals, says Matt. I love that prediction. Hopefully a high-scoring one. Alpec says 3-0 Sydney, because why not? That'd be a big one, wouldn't it? That'd be a big one. Neon says 1-all in the Derby, possibly 2-2. Zach says 2-1 to Wanderers. Okay. Love seeing it. It looks like a lot of draws and Sydney wins in the predictions, but Zach's dropping in with the potential Wanderers win. FML says, great stream, Lockie. Always enjoy. Go the Mariners. FML, cheers, man. Appreciate it. Always good to see you in the chat. Yeah, dude. I mean, tomorrow night will be really interesting to see how it pans out. And again, will be a big win regardless for either side, because if Sydney win, again, it's a big, it keeps them in touch with the rest of the top six. But if Wanderers win, it's a bit of a turnaround for their season, because that would be a big 3 points. But when you look at the confidence of the two teams tomorrow night, I think Sydney FC, if a team is going to win it, I think it'll be Sydney FC. But I've got a feeling Wanderers will step up for this one, man. I've got a feeling Wanderers will step up, which is why I think it'll end 2-2. PK says Troisi's the main man for Western Sydney Wanderers. PK also says 1-all Western Sydney Wanderers looking better under Rudan. Oh, there's no doubt that Wanderers are definitely looking better under Rudan. There's a lot more optimism, creativity, just the attitude. They seem a little bit more confident. Just need to get some of those key players firing, like Petrados, like Tom Mohamed. Get him scoring some goals, man. But yeah, Troisi's been good. I think Bacchus has been good. I think Ugarkovic, if he starts again, I think he needs to be starting Ugarkovic. But yeah, man, Diaz might hop on tomorrow. Cheers, Diaz. Appreciate it. I think Wanderers can pull off an upset. Yeah, I mean, would love to see it. It'd be drama. As a Mariners fan, I don't know who I would want to prefer to win. I probably want the draw, being a Mariners fan. But yeah. Neon says hoping someone like Bacchus or Petratus could show up tomorrow. Yeah, man, it'll be an interesting game. So, 3 massive games tomorrow. Western take on Jets at 3 o'clock Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Mariners Brisbane. If you're heading to the Mariners Brisbane game, we're doing fan interviews outside the stadium following full time. So make sure to catch us on the park for that, and keep an eye out for the YouTube video, which will be coming out either tomorrow or Sunday for that one. And then we're doing the live watch along Saturday night for the Sydney Derby. Also doing a live watch along on Sunday afternoon for Wellington, Melbourne City, and of course Perth Glory to finally return home to Western Australia to take on Adelaide United on Sunday night. And before we jump off, thanks for the shout out during the game, Lockie. Good luck for the Mariners. Cheers, Matt. Appreciate it. Always good seeing you here in the stream as well, Matt. Appreciate your comments. Zach says, what do you think will happen for the Perth Adelaide game? Tight one. I'm going to say draw. I'm going to say 1-all draw. I think Perth will be desperate to get a win back in front of their home fans. Over 100 days since they last played at home. Way back in round 1. They've looked a bit lackluster recently, Perth Glory, but playing in front of their home fans, I reckon they score a 1-all draw. Oh, guys, thanks so much for tuning into this live watch. It's been a lot of fun. A convincing win for Melbourne Victory. Keep an eye out here on the Coast Watch. Goodness me, can't talk, man. We've been speaking for how long? 2 hours and 14 minutes. Coast Watch Football YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe if you're not already, if you want to stay up to date to all these watch-alongs. And hit like if you haven't enjoyed. Guys, please hit like if you haven't done so already. It does help me out so much. Appreciate it. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe.